Hey guys, how's it going? It's Flat Earth Sage, and it's just out in the little garden area, and came out here and I want to say about 3 days ago or so, I planted some radish seeds, and now we have success. Now, the reason I wanted to go ahead and do this video was to try to talk about the benefits of thinning out your seedlings. As you can see here, I try to give it at least like 1 finger space in distance. It might be a little too much, but it's better to give it some room to allow the bulbs to grow, rather than have it like this, right here. Obviously, this isn't gonna work. And what's basically gonna happen is, as you can see, all these plants are growing towards the same area, and so after the taproot's set and the bulb starts growing in time, these are going to start competing for space and for room. And we don't want that. We want our plants to be nice, happy, and comfortable. Even if this was possible to do, I still wouldn't recommend it, because of the fact that I tried a new fertilizer blend when I put in this, when I reworked the soil a little bit, and I put in Bulbs Plus that I got from migardener.com. It's not a paid sponsorship, but I feel like I should give credit where credit is due. And so I'm curious to see how the fertilizer is gonna help these plants. So what you're gonna want to do to thin your seedlings is you're gonna want to try to find the best looking ones, you're gonna want to find the weakest looking seedlings and pluck those out. That's probably gonna be your best bet for success. So I'm gonna go in here. Sorry, my dogs are over there playing. So let's see. And a good way to tell what are the strongest and healthiest looking seedlings, give me a second, is to look in between the crux of the leaves and try to see if you see a little tiny leaf. You might be able to see it in the middle. If you see that forming, those are going to be the actual leaves of it eventually. These are, I call them the little baby leaves. Baby leaves are going to end up falling off as the plant grows up, naturally. So let's see if I can take a look. I think that one's good. This one might be able to be thinned. See, that's the thing about spreading seeds and stuff like that, is the seeds are so small that it's really difficult, well, I don't know if it's like this for everyone, but it's really difficult for me to adequately space the seeds. So I really have no choice but to go through here and thin the seeds the best I can. Okay, this one's a small boy right here. Get rid of that. And I know we're removing a lot, but the good thing about radishes is they're a quick grow, quick harvest kind of crop. So they don't take long to mature. So as these grow and they, you know, get grow up in maturity, after about a week or so, I would say maybe a week to 2 weeks from now, I should be able to go and what's known as succession seed some more radishes. Right now, if I remember correctly, these are the hailstone radishes. So let's continue with this. So usually, if I thin them out like that, usually the 1 finger distance is more than enough space for them, I would say. Okay, let's see. Like I said, I know I'm thinning out a lot, but it's 100% necessary for these plants to have the adequate spacing they need. I might try. Trust me, guys, I do not like doing this at all. As a gardener and a lover of plants, it's very sad for me to do this, but I do want my plants to have the best, healthiest start. So, this is a way of doing it that I know of. Let's see. Because this is a new variety that I'm growing this season, so I don't know how big the bulbs are supposed to get. Plus, with me adding the fertilizer that's supposed to improve bulb size, I want to make sure I give them more than enough space. Hey, come on, guys. Oh yeah, not to mention when you have the seedlings this close together, the leaves will overlap and have a tendency of creating disease. So we don't want that, obviously. We want strong, healthy plants. So we gotta thin these bad boys.
Get over here now. Let's go. Let's go.
That's about close. Just to be on the safe side. That. Okay. So Looks like they're adequately spaced so far. As you can see, we had to thin quite a few seedlings. And now, we gotta do these. And this one's probably going to be a little bit difficult for us to be able to thin. Kind of let this be a lesson. Never underestimate your soil's fertility. Because I'll be honest, I didn't think I had the best fertility with this soil, but let me tell you what, this stuff has been, it's just been awesome. Now, I'm not going to go as hardcore with thinning these seedlings, because I'm going to do an experiment with this and see. I'm going to thin a few of them, but I'm going to see what happens when you don't thin the seedlings. I talked about it a little bit earlier in this video, about what are the sort of things that can happen and stuff, but honestly, to be completely honest, I've never once tried to just spread them and let them grow where they grow. So we'll see. We'll see if that has any issues or what. I think it will, but we'll see how this goes. I will say these do look like some nice healthy seedlings, for sure. Okay. That's the thing about gardening too. It doesn't have to be an exact science. Sometimes it can be fun just to experiment and see what happens. Oh, well, let's see. The rest of these, I think I'm going to let them grow taller and then thin them out possibly. Because since there's a lot of mulch here, it's kind of difficult for me to determine. So we'll leave that. That's looking fantastic right there. Right here, guys. This is some exciting stuff here. This right here, believe it or not, these are peas. I don't know exactly what kind of peas. It's kind of like it would be kind of like a little discovery. And here, look at all these. Now, I should have put tags, but I didn't think about it. So I have no idea what exactly these are. I'm pretty sure they're a kind of herb. But we'll let them grow a little bit and we'll find out. And here, this right here, this is lavender right here. In case you guys were wondering. It smells great. And over here, we got collards. Collard greens. Now, see this right here? Move in on over here a little bit. You see that color change? You see how it's like grayish green over here, and then when I do this, you see that? That's what's known as, or what I call, biofilm. And basically, it's a naturally occurring protective coating that basically helps these plants survive the winters, survive the cold temperatures. You can find this on things like cabbage and other brassicas that have that sort of thing. And here, this is my raspberry plant. Healthy, looking pretty healthy. It did suffer some damage in the beginning as I dealt with a move and whatnot. So I wasn't able to take care of the garden that as well. My mom came by and watered it every so often, but of course, when daddy's not home, they suffer. And this right here, this, I can't remember the name of this, but I've had it for about 2 years now. It's been doing fantastic. It produces quite a bit. Some amazing red peppers. And that's the asparagus that's struggling. But you know what? Even though it's struggling, it's fine. Because it's been growing all summer long. So, very impressed by that. And these right here, believe it or not, this originally came from here, from this area. This is actually what's known as a volunteer. And if I remember correctly, this is lemon balm. Yep. Tasty. Still tastes like lemon. Got some more growing down over here. I'll tell you what, you combine the leaf from the lemon balm with one of the leaves from the lavender, tastes delicious. And here, this is my guava plant. It survived. It survived It survived 2 years of neglect. Well, not completely neglected, but it has been through hell and back. And surprisingly, it's still got foliage. It's still alive. It's even got an offshoot wanting to come out. It looks like another offshoot right at the bottom of that. It hasn't produced any fruit yet. I'm gonna work on this plant a little bit and try to do the best I can to get it to produce some fruit. Hopefully this summer. But anyways, guys, yeah, we will. Maybe I'll do another video when these plants get a little bit older and it's easier for me to be able to see them and be able to pull them out. But yeah, very important than your seedlings. Unless of course you want to take a risk and do an experiment, which is what I'm doing, which is kind of what I'm doing, kind of not. So yeah, I just wanted to make that little video talking about some of that stuff. And hopefully you guys were able to at least learn a little bit from this video. Anyways, I'm out, guys. Peace.